looking at a failed Great Value brand LED light. So, how did this fail, you might be wondering? Well, it got so hot that this melted off. And what they did was they hot glued this to this riser board. And here, I'll demonstrate how it was put together. This was here, and then this was super glued, well, hot glued onto like that. And that's how they built that. So what we have here looks like an interesting power supply. That's a choke right there. So we have a bridge rectifier right here. Focus. No, you may focus worse. Focus. Actually, let's add light. Yay. Okay. We have a switch mode power. We have a bridge rectifier here that goes into this. What looks like a capacitor, but it could be a few. Nope, capacitor. See. So that's a capacitor right there. It goes into another capacitor. Then let's follow the traces here. So it goes to here, so it goes to this, also it goes to this transistor, and then the transistor goes, let's follow the trace, into these resistors, and these resistors go into this capacitor, and then this capacitor goes into a resistor, and this coil right here, this induction coil, inductor, then that goes into a smoothing capacitor that goes into a choke. And what we have on the board, and this is a Great Value brand 9-watt LED light. So what do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 1-watt chips. And they are in, I can't tell. I'm guessing that they are going to be in series to make the life of this circuit board right here easier. So 3, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So around 27 volts going through here. If they're all in series, which they look to be. That would make sense. It goes from the negative and then to the positive. So that would make sense. So you could theoretically, if you had a power supply powerful enough, you could power this board off of it. You would have to scrape off the remnants of the old pads. There we go. Got melted off. Yeah, that's easy enough to do. I'm wondering if I could power this with a computer power supply. Do I have something sharp? Oh yeah, my flathead. And now the construction of these are interesting. And I'll demonstrate that in a second once I get these off. There we go. Okay. Now we're just down to the copper padding. Alright, so you have this aluminum base with this dried up heat sink compound with a seal to seal this dome on. And you have screws that go all the way down to the base, and once you pick the bulb up, the whole base pops off. So let's see if we can power this with a computer power supply, at least dimly. So, here's the big plate. Big fashion piece. Okay. Do we have a cord for it still? Hopefully. Yeah, we go. It's stuck. There. Okay. Pull that into here. Give me one second. Okay. And then we'll plug it into here. Keep that in shot. Got the light stem now. Alright, and we need a yellow and black. So this is only going to be 12 volts. It should do that. It should at least light them dimly, hopefully. Nope, we just shorted out the power supply. Awesome. Good start. If not, we'll have to go searching through the wiring harness for the 24 volt. Which I'd rather not do. Yeah, I found the 24 volt already. So there we go. Let's see. Is that enough to power? Apparently that's not enough to power any of these chips. 3 and 3, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, that's 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, right here. Right here should be the perfect spot, depending on how they ran these. Very much so, depending on how they ran these. Alright, let's try the 24 volt line, which is going to be this blue one. Okay. I hate cutting open power supplies, but you gotta do what you gotta do for testing. See, this is a failed bulb, so I don't even know if it works completely anymore, or if the bulbs themselves completely failed. Blue is usually 24, if I remember right. Purple is usually that weird voltage. Hopefully they kept the pattern here. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we can dimly light the cup. I'm not sure if you guys saw that brief second of light. Well, citing that brief second of light. Probably should keep a soldering iron up here when I do stuff like this, but it's fine. Where's that 12 volt? There's 12 volt. The basic traces look like they go down like that, right? Nope. No. I'm just not making a good enough connection to this pad right here. It's just copper right here now. No reason we shouldn't be. Agreed. Agreed. Whoa. No. I don't think we have a beefy enough power supply for this. They could be multi-chip. Oh, they are. They're 2 chips per bulb, so that's probably 6 volts each. So 6, 12, 24, 36, 42, 42. Then 6, 12, so like 56-ish. Oh yeah, that's gonna need a much beefier power supply for that. But now I have a general idea. So we learned, and what have we learned? First off, you could probably solder to these if you wanted to recover this, and then solder it to that, and then make an enclosure for this and have a really nice lamp, like hangover lamp like that. What else have we learned? Walmart's construction is kind of shoddy. They don't use proper thermal compound for the bulb, so it's not going to move heat very well at all. But for about, I think it's $5 for a pack of these, even though it's not the safest thing, all it takes is this wobbling loose and hitting that metal frame, which be a little tricky because I have it like wedged in here. Like, let's see, can I line up the guardrails again? Are those guardrails? Yeah. They have them on these little guardrails, so if it gets knocked around, it will pop out of that. That's not holding it very well. Yeah. So, it's a little shoddy,